Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Final Word. Week 14 gave us fireworks from start to finish. Rodgers rolling back the clock with a dagger in Baltimore. C.J. Stroud walking into Arrowhead and shocking Mahomes and Jaden Daniels. Caleb Williams. Still lighting up the league like video game characters. But it wasn't all glory. Baltimore's fading, Buffalo's reeling, and the playoff picture is as chaotic as December football gets. Tonight, we're breaking it all down. Steelers surging, Texans rising, Commanders and Niners still perfect, and a heavyweight Week 15 showdown that could decide the MVP. Marcus, the Voice Reynolds, Terrell Ice Cold Jackson, Connor Blake. Fellas, buckle up. We've got Rodgers' magic, Stroud's statement, Daniels' streak, and a Ravens team on the ropes. Let's get to it. Steelers and Ravens, another instant classic in the AIFC North. Pittsburgh walks away with a 51-48 win thanks to Aaron Rodgers throwing the game-winning touchdown with just 9 seconds to play. Let's talk about this one, fellas.
What a game. This was vintage Rodgers, cold-blooded. 33 throws, 24 completions, 313 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the dagger with 9 seconds left. That's why Pittsburgh brought him in. That's why he's a Hall of Famer. You give Aaron Rodgers the ball last, you lose. Simple as that. And let's not forget Jaylen Warren, 14 carries, 228 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Ravens defense got punched in the mouth, period.
Booyah! Marcus, Rodgers was clutch, no doubt. But Jaylen Warren, he was the engine. Man had 228 on the ground, another 91 through the air, over 300 all-purpose. Just call him butter because he's on a roll. Steelers balanced the offense, and when the lights were brightest, they delivered. Ravens, they gave you fireworks too. Zay Flowers, 8 grabs, 120 and a tutty. Lamar, 411 total yards, 4 touchdowns. But in the end, Pittsburgh had the closer ball game.
Hold on. Don't just tell me this was all Steelers greatness. Baltimore blew it. Again, that's back-to-back weeks they've lost because of turnovers. 3 giveaways in this game. Lamar Jackson put up stats, fine. But when it mattered, he failed. If the Ravens want to be taken seriously, they can't cough the ball up. And right now, they look like a team that might not even make the playoffs.
Connor, you bring up the bigger picture. So let's go there. Baltimore, 2 straight losses, both because of turnovers. Where do the Ravens stand right now?
They stand in trouble. You can't lose back-to-back games in December and think you're making noise in January. Lamar's got to protect the football, yes, but this defense gave up 51 points. 5-1. That's not Ravens football. If you can't stop Jaylen Warren, you ain't stopping Joe Mixon, you ain't stopping Isaiah Pacheco, you ain't stopping anybody. Ravens aren't scaring nobody right now.
See, what had happened was Baltimore forgot how to finish. The talent's there. Zay Flowers, Keaton Mitchell, Lamar doing video game numbers. But the turnovers are killers. You can't hand the ball away and expect to win. This ain't about stats, it's about identity. And right now, Baltimore don't got one.
Exactly. They're soft when it matters. This is why I keep saying you can't trust Lamar in the big moments. He's flashy, he's fun, but he's not reliable. You look at the AFC picture, Chiefs, Steelers, Bills, even the Dolphins. Baltimore's not beating any of them in January. Not like this. Ravens are on the edge of collapse.
Steelers surge, Ravens stumble. Pittsburgh climbs with Rodgers and Warren leading the way. Baltimore, 2 straight losses, both on turnovers and now fighting for their playoff lives. Coming up next, the NFL's game of the week, Texans versus Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes versus C.J. Stroud. Stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, the game of the week lived up to the hype. The Houston Texans walked into Arrowhead and didn't just win, they took it from Kansas City. C.J. Stroud, 348 yards, 2 touchdowns, yes, 3 interceptions, but when the lights got brightest, he came through with that 69-yard bomb that silenced Arrowhead. And that defense, Jalen Peter with an 80-yard pick 6, 4 interceptions off Patrick Mahomes, 4. This was a statement win for Houston.
Booyah! And Marcus, it ain't just a win, it's a flag in the ground. You look at Azeez Al-Shaair with 14 tackles. You look at that Texans secondary with picks all over the field. They made the Chiefs look mortal. That don't happen often. The question now, where do the Texans fit in the AFC elite? Because right now they're standing shoulder to shoulder with them Bengals, with them Bills, with them Steelers. That's the conversation.
See, I'm not ready to go there. Let's pump the brakes. Houston's a good story, but they're not Cincinnati. The Bengals have Joe Burrow, who's been to Super Bowls and AFC championships. Houston, they've got a second-year quarterback who just threw 3 interceptions. If Mahomes doesn't melt down, Kansas City wins this game. Cincinnati, Buffalo, even Pittsburgh, those teams have proven January pedigrees. Houston hasn't done that yet.
Connor, that is blasphemous. Did you not watch what we just watched? The Texans went into the loudest stadium in football against the best quarterback in football, and they took him apart. Don't tell me about pedigree, tell me about results. Houston is 8-5, Stroud is fearless, that defense is top 10 in takeaways. They belong in the same sentence as Cincinnati. The Bengals got Burrow. Yes, I get it, but the Texans got heart and momentum.
And here's the thing, Connor. Cincinnati struggled last week. They've had injuries, their offensive line still leaking. Houston's healthy, balanced, and playing with swagger. I'm not saying they're better than Burrow's Bengals, but I am saying come January, you do not want to see Stroud and that Texans defense rolling into your city. That's how real contenders play.
Okay, but who you trust more in January? CJ Stroud or Joe Burrow? Stroud or Josh Allen? Stroud or Mahomes? That's my point. Stroud might be the future, but the road to the Super Bowl still runs through Cincinnati, Buffalo, and Kansas City. Houston is a year away.
No, Connor, the road runs through whoever's hottest. And right now, it's Houston. They are here. They are not a year away. They are right now. Stroud, Mixon pounding the rock, Al-Shaair leading that defense. This team is for real. Put some respect on the Houston Texans' name.
Week 14 gave us dominance, drama, and shakeups in both conferences. Let's get to the highlights.
Dallas, finally, they notched their first win, 24-19 over Detroit. Dak and the boys avoided the humiliation of a winless season, but the Lions, 3-10, flat out embarrassing.
Yeah, Cowboys get a little shine, but Detroit already packing it up for the draft, baby.
Aiden Daniels does it again. Washington stays undefeated at 13-0.
Connor, stop ducking it. Daniels is that dude right now, period. End of discussion. OHMY. Lord, Caleb Williams just dismantled Green Bay, 70 points. This young man is playing like a superstar. Chicago at 12-1, Caleb at the center of it all. Statement win.
BOOYAH. Video game numbers, baby. Caleb Williams is that dude. Soldier Field's got a killer behind center dirty.
Yeah, he's good, but don't crown him over Brock Purdy and the 14-0 49ers. San Francisco's still top dog.
Bird soaring, man, 49-zip. Atlanta's D was nasty. Ritter looked like a franchise guy. Falcons sitting on top of the South.
Game of the week, Aaron Rodgers to the house with 9 seconds left. Steelers steal it. Baltimore loses again because of turnovers. Lamar, Derrick Henry, OBJ. Star power wasted if you can't protect the football. Ugly but effective. Vegas grinds it out. Salt Lake just can't find their stride.
Now that's who day. Cincinnati punches Buffalo in the mouth, 44-14. Burrow was locked in, Jamar Chase cooking, and that defense feasted. Statement game, Bengals are right there in the AFC elite.
Finally, Bengals look like the squad we expected. This was domination, and it sends a message. Don't count Cincy out.
CJ Stroud, the man outdueled Mahomes in Arrowhead. 441 yards, 4 touchdowns. Texans move to 8-5 and make a statement to the AFC.
Booyah! Tank Dell, Nico Collins, everybody balling. Houston ain't just knocking on the door, they trying to kick it down. They belong in the AFC convo.
Slow down. Kansas City's still the king until they're dethroned in January. But Houston? Yeah, they're dangerous.
Philly survives a shootout. Hurts was money late. Eagles now 12-2, keeping pace with Washington and San Fran. Jaden Daniels is the story.
As cool as the other side of the pillow, Jalen Hurts was clutch, man. Philly's still in that heavyweight fight for NFC supremacy, BOOYA.
So there it is. Week 15, Commanders versus Eagles for NFC supremacy, Ravens versus Bengals for playoff survival, Caleb Williams, Burrow, Lamar, Daniels. The stars are on the stage. December football doesn't get bigger than this. Fellas, buckle up. It's going to be wild.